Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to talk about being wrong being wrong about a Dungeons and Dragons opinion proved by IRL experience. All right, so I have said previously that I think it's silly that we have three caster types in Dungeons and Dragons. You got a wizard, you got a sorcerer, and you got a warlock, right? To me, as a wizard is a wizard. A sorcerer is a wizard who has a good bloodline that they can cast because they have good blood. Like, come on, like, is that needed? And then a wizard is a person who got their wizarding powers by making a bad deal, right? And I'm kind of like, just have a wizard, right? And make these other parts aspects of their story, right? There's just no need to have these mechanically different wizards, right? But I pay attention to IRL, and sometimes IRL proves my Dungeons and Dragons opinions completely wrong. And so I recently saw this. So I'm like you, I like music, right? And so I have a playlist. I have like a key playlist, right? And I put all my musics on my playlist. And this song dropped on my playlist a little while back, and it was called "Wait a Minute," and I absolutely love it. And I will link "Wait a Minute" below, right? And this thing was a banger, and it was on my playlist for months, right? And then I clicked on it one day, and it said Willow, and I was like, okay, no. I clicked on it, and then YouTube fed me up something else, and it clicked, and this time the video said Willow Smith, and I was like, wait, is that Will Smith's daughter? Right? Sure enough, Wait a Minute is Will Smith's daughter, like, putting out a recent piece. Now, I remember years ago she put, whip my hair back and forth, and I was like, oh, okay, well, Will Smith, we can all ignore her. She's just like some, she's a Nepo baby who, is gonna sing now, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it, right? I forgot Willow Smith existed. And then Wait a Minute dropped, and I was listening to Willow Smith for months and didn't understand it. And then I was like, wait a second, is this Willow Smith singing punk music? And that's exactly what it is. It's Willow Smith singing punk music, right? Which is brilliant. If you want to get away from hip-hop, there's no farther reach you can get than punk, right? Maybe you could consider it rock, but this is not hip-hop. This is not her dad's music. And it's clear she's made a very clear dividing line, from Will Smith and saying, hey, I'm an artist too, and I'm going to do something. And then, so I listened to Wait a Minute for a while, and I love the lyrics on that. I think that's a banger song. I did not know it was Willow Smith, but once I realized this was Willow Smith, I'm like, is she, trying to, like, leave her dad, behind and make her own career? And that's exactly what she's doing. And I discovered the song Meet at Our Spot, and I got that link below, and that is a mega banger. That is just a solid, good song. So what's this got to do with Dungeons & Dragons? Well, okay, get this, right? How did Willow Smith create two banger songs? Like, Whip My Hair back and forth was exactly the type of, like, shallow, like, no talent, just, it's Nepo baby content, in my humble opinion, right? But Wait a Minute is like, oh, hey, there's an artist here. And then Meet Me at Our Spot, that is a solid song. Like, somebody who would like, okay, I'm looking forward to the journey that we're going to go on this artist's, work over the next few years, right? There's something distinct. And here's the thing. You think Willow Smith got this way because she put in the work, right? Like, that, she just really, worked on her voice and did a whole bunch of voice lessons and got her musical timing down and, like, really grinded it out? I don't think so. It's in the blood. It's in the blood, right? Like, this is Jada Pinkett Smith's daughter and Will Smith's daughter. And I didn't really think it was I was like, so you're a wizard, and you got a bloodline of wizarding. But that's the point, man. She drops, Willow Smith is dropping in the slot and kicking out huge bangers because she was literally born to music, right? It is in her blood. And the idea that talent isn't there, and that talent isn't the reason that this song is legitimately good, right? And she is the other thing is, like, she's a performer now. She actually knows she has a presence, and and you could see, like, I'm a big fan of Dua Lipa. That is a woman who has presence, right? She knows how to present art, right? And not everybody has it, right? Like Sia, perfect example. Sia has an amazing voice with literally zero presence. She literally can't, like, she can't look somebody in the face, right? She does not have the presence of an artist, right? But that's the point, is like, I was wrong, man. Like, blood does matter. And it's kind of like, it's a little sad too, because you're like, whoa, man, just because you have the right parents, that means you start 50 yards ahead. Yes. Yeah, your blood matters, man. Like, there's some like real stuff in your blood, right? So your heritage matters, your ancestry matters, and that's pretty incredible, right? And clearly Willow Smith has 75% of the talent of her dad, or maybe 150% of the talent of her dad, right? That's possible, right? She could be a far more powerful artist than her father. And I would have never said that, but these two songs are on point. This stuff was on heavy rotation, Wait a Minute was on heavy rotation for me months before I knew this was Willow Smith. It was just a good song, right? So she's been able to, kind of go out, and get something done. And it really proves to me, yeah, we're probably going to have to keep Sorcerer around, right? Like, because it kind of does. There is a real reason why, studying books would not be as powerful as just having that raw magic juice like literally in your blood. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the content and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.